world.
It would have been good if that had managed to be in
Captain
sequence.
Patterson.
Alright. Load. That old devil moon. Well, this looks good.
Look.
Let's see. We've
Can
got
you look at that old devil moon.
We've got a door.
Like a heavy-duty security door built into the side of a hill on this moon. This is the planet Proxtrate, currently 600,000 kilometers from this moon.
So,
this moon has a thin but breathable atmosphere. These stones look like faces.
These stones resemble those on Earth, on Easter Island.
Stone monoliths of faces are a common artistic expression in evolving cultures.
Like the faces on Bandu too. Even the animal face art of the Orion post-decadence movement is similar.
Thanks, Ensign Marshall.
I really don't like you.
I never realized the Orions ever got past decadence. They hadn't the last time I was there.
Can you take some of this sand out here?
Let's scan it first. Let's.
Interactable.
The rocks have a high quantity of triphosphorus silver in them.
That sounds good.
Large quantities of atmosphere are being circulated through these rocks. I would guess there are storage units within this satellite which are constantly replacing the atmosphere that is lost because of this moon's weak gravity.
Which means that this moon might still be inhabited, Mr. Spock.
We have detected no signs of life, Captain, but the possibility does exist.
Can you scan that moon?
I cannot get readings from this range, Captain, but if we do not hurry, there will be nothing left to get a reading on.
Doesn't know that.
I have been trying to figure out how it knows some of the things it knows already.
The source of power emanations lies beyond that door.
A power source that has lasted millennia and endured major catastrophes. That's fascinating, Mr. Spock.
Do you have Vulcan blood, Ensign?
No, sir.
Let's try getting some rocks.
You retrieve a rock.
Nice. Can I get another one?
You retrieve a rock.
Do I have two? No. Well, maybe.
Who knows?
Okay.
There's nothing there There's nothing there required. There's nothing there. There's nothing there required. There's nothing there required.
Nothing ever requires you. Alright, I'm done with this background noise. Let's get out of this environment.
Oh, good news. That background noise is still here.
What is it, Scotty?
There is some sort of virus in the main computer. Our phasers and tractor beams have been disabled, and there's no way we're getting them back in 3 hours.
There goes our backup plan. Do what you can, Mr. Scott.
Aye, I will, Captain. I may yet have a trick or two that I can pull, but don't count on any miracles.
Isolate that virus. That's your #1 priority.
That it is, Captain. We'll keep you informed. Scott out.
Remember that episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where they got a computer virus and they didn't know what to do?
Oh, so good.
There is power running to the keypad. Working display panel, Captain. The door still appears to be in operating condition. Unremarkable.
You're unremarkable.
Working display panel.
You got me there, Spock.
That did not seem to work, Captain. Perhaps we should
Oh,
try
99.
a number that had some significance to them.
Yeah. That's all I was asking you, Spock.
Wrong number.
Yep, didn't recognize that keypad.
That did not seem to work,
Oh,
Captain.
no.
Perhaps we should try a number.
Is it
Let's try 100. See if it's the other people.
That did not seem to work.
Uh-oh.
3, 4.
Yeah.
That did not seem to work. That did not seem to work.
Ooh, okay. Well, let's talk. Actually, let's look. Let's see what's going on this screen.
It looks like some sort of...
Thanks.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a keypad that... This heavy-duty door has taken numerous micrometeorites.
The origin point for the broadcast to Uhura monitored was approximately 50 meters beyond this door.
We should stay inside as much as possible. We must try to protect ourselves from the cosmic radiation.
This door is huge. If they were humanoid, they could have been giants.
From what we know about the Lucas, they had an affinity for size. Their machines
Okay.
weren't just equipment. They were also monuments.
I can believe that.
So those were the ones who
We
counted in
won't be able
base
to face
3.
any outbound missiles.
It appears that our mission has increased in importance.
Spock, see what you can do with that lock.
Okay.
Start typing in multiples of 3.
Like, how is it not 99? That's the thing they told us.
That did not seem to work, Captain. Perhaps we should try a number that had...
Okay.
Your situation, Mr.
We're
Scott.
still looking for the virus, Captain. I even have Lieutenant Uhura looking through the computer system. I never realized the last was so good with them.
Check her record, Mr. Scott. She was in the top 10% of her class in computer systems analysis.
Good to know.
We'll find that virus soon, Captain, or I'm an Englishman.
Just do your best, Scotty. Kirk out.
Wow.
Phasers! Use a rock on it.
Wow. Okay. Let's try like 33.
That did not seem to work.
Is that a thing up at the top?
This appears to be a dust-covered lens of some sort.
Throw a rock at it.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Nothing happens.
Can we...
Violence will not solve our current...
There's nothing there requiring...
He looks at you with a...
This appears to be a dust-covered lens of some...
Is there like a vine on the ground by his feet? No. Disregard. Disregard.
The door still appears to be...
Can we leave?
Yeah, that's what I was checking to see if there was anywhere else.
You thought you could get away from the background noise.
Yeah. It's like, you think he actually is walking off screen. Okay, nope. Looks like it is just a door. Some heads over here. We scanned them, right?
Large quantities of atmosphere are being circulated through these rocks.
Which means that this moon...
We have the...
Yeah, unless you can, you know, phaser those rock faces.
Somehow I think we aren't supposed to do that. Okay,
Spock, see what you can do with it.
let's try...
How many numbers can you type in? Oh, good.
66?
That did not seem to work.
Bidip.
Like, I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah,
Could this be like another place where it's like security thing in the manual, maybe?
There are lines on the door.
Okay.
Like there's a 1, 2, and a 3, sort of.
Okay.
I don't know if your inventory bag is in the way. If you declick. Okay, so it's a 2, and a 3.
I guess.
I'm not saying that's the answer, I'm just saying I noticed there are lines on the door that may just be graphical nonsense.
Spock, see what you can do with that lock.
223. Okay, sorry.
That did not seem to work, Captain.
Like, I'm not remembering wrong, right? When we did the computer search, like, it specifically told us that 99 was their religious number.
Yeah.
This might be a place where we should look something up in case this is, like, copyright stuff. I can't think of anything else to do. Like, this is really nonsensical.
There is nothing at the moment. There is nothing at the moment. There is nothing at the moment.
Okay.
Save new game. Replace delete previous. Cancel. Save new game.
See, I'm gonna
Replace.
save this. Remember where we saved current?
Last mission, I think.
Okay. And I saved this here at the start of this thing. That's fine.
I don't know why this is the number.
Okay, is it a multiple of 3? Like, is it at least worth us pursuing that as our course of logic?
Give me a second. I think so, yeah.
Okay. What clues do we have right now? Beyond it being like more than one set of 99? I don't know, what is it, I guess?
10200.
Okay.
I do not know why that would be the answer.
Okay, what does it tell you to do before that? Like, are we missing some step that we should have done?
Told us to use Spock's tricorder on the door, ground, big rocks, and planet in the sky. Use McCoy's tricorder on Captain Kirk. Get a rock and head for the door.
Oh, okay. So we didn't do, like...
No appreciable cost.
After Mr. Scott speaks, use Spock on the keypad and enter the code 10200.
Do it every time.
That worked. I see you deduced that 10200 in the Lucre's Base 3 was equal to their sacred number 99.
Oh, okay. So this is the puzzle I'm remembering having figured out somehow.
Unless it was in the manual.
Unless it was in the manual, like it was copyright protection, which I suppose is possible.
I see you deduced. Yep. Good. Good gaming. We're having fun.
Alright. Well,
Get inside.
on that math
Report,
note...
Scott. How are things going?
About as badly as a kilt in a blast furnace, Captain. Wait a minute. Lieutenant Uhura has some news for you. The
virus came from our sensor sweep of the moon's computers. We believe we have analyzed the memory sectors it attacked.
Well done, Uhura.
I wish I could take credit for it. It was Mr. Kyle who found the pattern. We are attacking it with antivirus programs.
Computer
Norton's.
science sounds more like medicine every day.
If we had a doctor as good with computers as you are with patients, we'd be having a lot fewer problems.
Finally, someone who appreciates me.
Keep working at it, Uhura. Kirk out.
Okay, so we've learned that nobody on the Enterprise knows how to deal with viruses,
Previous
except apparently Mr. Kyle.
Okay.
Alright, here we are in another room. I hope we have to do something with base 3 again.
A computer terminal, Captain. It uses the Lucre
good.
alphabet. I think I can decipher it.
I guess do that then.
This door is similar to the one on the outside of the secure lock, except that it has not weathered over the years. Electrical panels indicate the keypad on the right controls the door. This keypad is fully functional and controls the door. Its entry code is in base 3.
Why don't you give us that clue outside? Would have been helpful. I guess that's all the things. Another
So
one we got
use
medical
Spock
scan.
on the
I guess,
alphabet?
yeah. Use Spock.
The console reports the following. Welcome to Orbital Missile Base. Codename, Psi. This base has been operational for the past week. It has completed one successful fire mission. Estimation of success is at 22 over 100.
22%? That's very low. Hardly something to brag about.
Well, maybe we were supposed to like hail somebody while we were when we first came into orbit.
Doctor, in base 3, 22 divided by 100
I don't know.
is equivalent to 8 out
I
of
guess I
9,
tried
or
hailing.
88%.
Well, you
I would think that
they're
quite
not
satisfactory,
advanced enough to talk
given
Yeah,
the
they
base's
weren't. That's what it told
probable
us.
mission of destroying the soft forces on Proxtree.
22,
88%. How is 22 over 100? Man, I don't understand base 3. I'm not mathy, so I don't know, man. I'm not sure how 22 out of 100 is 88%, but okay.
It says the base has been operational for a week, but this has been here for 1,000 years.
If the Lucres built this base with a clock that told the time by measuring the moon's rotational speed, or the gravitational forces generated by Proxtree and the sun, the computer may have calculated only a week of time has passed since its first action. I might be able to learn more with another look at the console. There is a substantial amount of data here, but in summary, Scythe was created by the Lucres as a launching platform for missiles to keep the Softs subjugated to their influence. The Softs managed to infiltrate the base. However, their actions triggered Scythe's auto-attack mechanisms and initiated a holocaust that nearly annihilated the planet.
Alright.
One soft strike did, in fact, hit the moon and deflected it from its orbit. It has been dormant since then.
So why has the base been activated again?
Given the damage to the moon, its slow rotation and orbit, it has never realized the war is over. On this pass, for the first time, it has detected radio wave transmissions from Proxtree. Because it does not recognize them, it assumes the Softs are still active. Its transmission to the planet, I would assume, was some sort of a check beacon to see if it should continue its mission.
Jim, let's return to the ship and blast this place to destroy its weapons.
Doctor, this moon is a god to the people down there. If we destroy it, we will violate the Prime Directive.
Spock is right, Bones. Spock, what are the chances that we could decode the transmission and send a stop code to the base?
In trinary or decimal?
Spock!
1.327 million to 1. Provided the archaeological studies about Luca's languages are correct. Our other option is to get into this base and see if we can bring the computers down.
Use Spock on that console again.
The console report welcome
So
to
sorry.
orbital
I'm so
22%.
sorry.
Doctor, it says if the Lucas there is a one soft
He said, like, if I investigate this
I know,
further,
I know.
Doctor, this Spock in trans.
It was a
One
reasonable,
foot
it was a
interior of the
reasonable
security
thing.
block.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh, alright. Can't be the same code, can it? You're so used to using a
That
10
did
key.
not work, Captain. It is probable this lock also uses a number of some significant.
Alright. Man. Okay, let's do what I must have done as a kid and found information about how to count in base 3.
Well, the internet didn't exist then, so...
I must have, like, checked a book out of the library or used an encyclopedia or some garbage.
This is good television.
It is, it is.
Just gonna crank up these tunes for people.
Sequence, alright. Like a base 3 number sequence. Base 3 number conversion sequences. Okay. Oh, you already understand how to count in trinary, you just don't know that you do. Base 3. Using the digits 0, 1, and 2. Okay, sure.
I kind of want to know what the real-world applications for base 3 are.
Well, you could research that and be explaining it to people while I'm trying to learn how to count in base 3 here real quick. Almost order. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is a nightmare to try to solve. Base 3.
Trinary logic is not often used.
How about something as simple as 9?
That did not work, Captain. It is probable this lock also uses a number.
What else could be a number of significance?
Whole numbers in trinary count upwards as follows: 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, 20, 21, 22, 100, 101, 102, 220, 221, 222, 1000,
Oh,
1000,
yeah, I guess it was
1002.
I guess 3 is 10?
That did not work,
Okay.
Captain. It is.
Okay, sorry, keep going. Or whatever, if you see anything on that list that makes sense to you. Oh, this is bad.
Well, it's just like the only number we know has significance is 99.
Yeah. So like I'm trying to think of.
And it wasn't 99.
Okay, so what's
time,
what's
right?
like 33? Do you have that like in your number list there?
No. So, like, the way the numbers count up is that the only numbers that can be in the number are 0, 1, or 2.
Yeah.
So as soon as you cycle through those, you start. You
Yeah.
go up to the next tier.
Yeah. Because you don't go all the way up to 10 like we do in base 10. Like that's the thing that you have to kind of like wrap your head around to count in base 3.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to think of, but like the 99th number is significant to them. So I'm trying to think like what other like multiples of 3 like that would be. Like 33, 66, other things that we were trying before, but trying to figure out what they are in base 3.
You need to Google Translate.
I've got like a base 3 to decimal conversion thing. Okay, let's try this. Let's try like 33. Results. That doesn't seem to be useful in any way. I don't know why. I put in 33 and this page is giving me base 3 120 base 10 15 when I put in 33. I don't know what that means, but I will accept its logic and see if that works.
That did not work, Captain.
Well, that did not work.
I think 33 is 1,110.
Sorry, I gotta like.
But I don't know that 33 is a significant number.
110.
That did not work.
I mean, the only one they told us about was 99, right? They didn't tell us anything else.
No. You could do just 10, which is 3.
Yeah, I think I tried that while you were. Okay, something. Give it a shot again.
That did not work, Captain.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to these guys real
My
quick.
tricorder is picking up large supplies of frozen oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide beneath the surface, enough to last many centuries.
At least we won't have to worry about suffocating. This place does seem to provide protection against cosmic rays.
I don't see why they bothered putting an atmosphere here, Captain. There hasn't even been bacteria here in centuries, let alone humanoids. We appear to be in some type of security lock. No defensive systems are apparent here, but considering the size of the doors, they probably don't need them.
The Lucres did not seem to have a problem with security.
Great.
I'm gonna be real sad if we're down to like just going down a list
The door has some
of
strange right.
base 3 numbers.
Use Spock on that writing.
On this again?
No. On the door.
This says, dominant people, only to dominate things beyond these submissive walls. My guess is that only authorized personnel were allowed beyond this door.
Dominance seemed to be very important to these people. No wonder the Lucre were so warlike.
Actually, Ensign, they differ from your culture only in that their language was explicit in their expressions of dominance and submission, rather than implied.
Ooh.
Great.
Well, that's sad business.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Old Devil Moon.
Do you have any ideas?
Only, like, a stupid one, like, if the code here, because it's dominance before submission, is they're saying that their base system is better than the others, so it's base 3 then base 4. Which I can only assume would be 104, because it'd be 10 and 4. But, like, that seems really stupid.
No, I don't think they use like the soft base system. And I mean, he told us, didn't he, that it was configured in base 3.
This keypad is fully functional and controls the door.
Entry code is in
Entry
base 3.
code is in base 3.
Would you prefer to look up an answer or go down a list of base 3 numbers?
I mean, like, I had a list of base 3 numbers, and I think that that's a complete waste of everyone's time.
I think so too. So go ahead and just look it up, and let's. We'll try to wrap our head around. And Spock will probably tell us.
Say, hey, yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Oh, you figured it out. That this is the answer.
Did you use the science tricorder on the computer, the door, and the red and blue keypad?
No.
That did not work, Captain. It is probable
Science tricorder.
Yeah, I used the science tricorder on all the
this door
things.
is similar to the one on the outside.
Yeah. On the keypad, the door, the number pad. Yep.
Well, it's 122.
Spock, see what you can...
Didn't I type in like 120 earlier?
Fascinating. If the Federation language studies were correct, the ideograph for the word scythe in the Lucre's language is the 17th symbol in their alphabet that corresponds with 122 in base 3.
Oh.
So there's no chance that that's something you would understand.
So yeah, the intent there was that it was either in the manual, which is possible,
or maybe you look it up on the computer when you search for scythe, but I don't think that's going to be correct.
Oh yeah, we didn't search for scythe.
Well done, Uhura.
I modified Cutthroat Z to exclusively attack the Lucre virus. They annihilated each other, Captain.
Whatever that means.
Fascinating, Lieutenant.
The Klingons aren't going to be happy to learn that they helped us. How about the phasers and tractor beams?
We may get the tractor beams online in time, Captain. I'm afraid even the backup phaser transmission codes were affected. We could destroy some missiles manually, but if this complex decides to launch more than 10 missiles at a time...
Understood. The ball is in our court. We'll give it our best shot. Kirk out.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I think that was beyond nonsense.
Yeah, that was real bad.
And I do not think that there was any clue that we were given that gave us number 17.
Even our most powerful phaser rifle or welder would not be able to penetrate it.
The thing must be almost as tough as a starship hull.
Indeed, Ensign, and considerably thinner. A remarkable achievement in metallurgical engineering. Nothing to report, Captain.
Ooh, I like empty rooms that are just here to...
This panel has a slot in it rather than a keypad.
Oh, it's a floppy
The
disk
slot bears traces of triphosphorus silver, and power is currently running to it. I am recording the pattern of this lock into my tricorder.
What that means.
I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna go melt those rocks down and make like a key card that fits this lock. Yeah.
Can't say I like the decor.
The Lucas did not leave behind many examples of their architecture.
I can see why.
Is that just like the same
Captain,
laser?
Yes.
with the
Yes.
content of the surface rocks and the tricorder scan of the pattern inside the lock, I believe the laser drill can be used to fashion the ID card needed to open the sealed door in the other chamber.
Nothing happens. Nothing
I don't
happens.
have to put them there. Isn't that the spot? Looks like the spot.
A closed box sits on the floor.
Do I have to open that box? Oh man, I'm gonna be annoyed. What's in this box?
This box contains old wire and connectors.
Okay. Never mind, I thought that was the box where we're gonna make the key card. Just like put these rocks over here.
Nothing happens.
Where am I gonna melt them, Spock? Tell me.
You look but see nothing of... This is an ancient laser drill. These are display panels for the laser drill. These are display panels.
The drill is unremarkable, except its aiming component is corroded and frozen in
Oh
place.
no, we gotta fix the aiming component so that we can use that laser.
The drill is unremarkable. These are display panels for the late. Unlike the surface rocks, the ore here is unremarkable.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Man, I'm gonna be real annoyed if it's like a specific part of this that
Nothing
is the
happens.
aiming
Nothing
mechanism.
happens. Nothing happens.
And I will state that I do know that we did this as kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember getting past that lock. So, like, my assumption is that what happened is I found a list of base 3 numbers and just went down that list. That I, like, remembered the 99 hint and got past the first door and then just started going through it being like, this is stupid.
There's nothing really stopping you from just typing in numbers
Yeah.
for hours until you
Nothing
actually get the
happens.
correct one.
Well,
Nothing happens.
just brute force.
Got news, nothing's happening.
Yeah. Well, okay. Spock, what are you gonna tell me if I tell you to...
These are display panels.
Okay. Can I do the things?
Spock, why don't you check out those laser drill?
Oh. Do you want it to be 1,
10.
3?
Yeah, 1, 2, or 3.
It's 1, 3, or the crazy.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So do that one.
Yeah.
What happened?
You look but see nothing of... You look but see nothing of...
And you can't put the rocks on the rocks.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Alright. I guess go 100. Go nuts. And see if it like
Spock, why don't you
vaporizes
check
that
it?
wall.
Captain, the machine requests the proper coordinates before it may perform this operation.
That's weird. But it can do 1 and 3.
There's nothing at the moment from... Spock, why don't you check out?
Can you use the wire on that wall?
Nothing happens.
Use the wire on the rocks and make a bolo?
Nothing happens.
That's good.
Nothing happens.
Feels right.
Nothing happens.
Violence will not solve our...
Yeah.
Nothing new to report.
Wow. Okay.
This technology is cruder and less efficient than the rest of the complex, Captain.
Why was I even brought down on this mission, Jim? I'm a doctor, not a welder.
Looks like a museum piece to me, Captain.
Oh,
This is one heck of a museum, Ensign.
fortunately,
Still a mess, though.
the other planet here has lots of museums.
You're right. This is a mess.
Dazzle.
I agree, this is a mess. Can't scan any of these. Scan Kirk there.
A storage box of some kind. I detect no dangerous substances.
That's good.
There's nothing there. There's nothing there requiring a.
I know, I'm sorry, my guy. What about you?
He
Ensign?
looks at you with a...
What do you want me to do with it, sir?
I want you to make these rocks get
Nothing
shut
happens.
so that they melt and turn into the key card I want.
I used the key card pattern scanned from the lock to program the drill. It sh-
Wow. Okay.
Is there another room?
Doesn't seem like it. Wow, man.
Can you shoot the laser? Or is violence not the answer?
Violence isn't the answer.
Go stand in front of the laser.
Just right in there.
Yep.
Just right in there.
Spock, why don't you check it?
Oh, went right through him.
These are display panels.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
And this one is bad.
And you can't use that computer on the right.
No, it's like the same. This is just display panels. So it's just this one control pad.
These are display panels for... These are display
Man, this one just is not good.
Use Spock's
This is an ancient
tricorder
laser.
on the laser and the console.
Uh-huh.
Open the box, get the wire.
Uh-huh.
Use Spock on the console, answer with 3.
Okay, we did that, and it told us that we needed specific coordinates. Okay.
I don't know.
Apparently...
I don't know what changed.
It just needed to be done again. And now I can put the rocks there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now you want to be softer.
Yeah.
These are display...
Yep, I understand. I think probably the middle setting.
So too.
That looks good. Now let's get that hot key card. Okay.
I genuinely do not know if it's just you like talked to people and interacted with things again
In the wrong order,
yeah,
or if it just needed to have been done twice. Oh, obnoxious.
Right.
Those are like the worst kind of puzzles in these old games, where like you can do the right
This
thing
appears to be the
and
brain
still do
of
it wrong.
something. There are two identical but isolated computers that communicate with a third, which controls the launch of missiles.
Okay. Two identical but isolated computers that talk to a third. Okay. Sure.
This computer is functional and performing an average 0.75 million operations per second.
I'm gonna look up how many million operations per second computers do now. I'm just curious.
Probably carry on.
This computer is functional and performing an average 1.2 million operations per second. This computer directly controls the missile launch system. There is no way to interface with it directly, but the other two computers are accessible. A crude uranium-235 nuclear device with lithium-beryllium shells to increase heavy particle fallout.
A CPU with a clock speed of 2 gigahertz can carry out 2,000 million or 2 billion cycles per second.
Nice.
Readings indicate an extremely high radiation level beyond those doors. It would be fatal to proceed beyond them. A crude uranium-230...
Department of U.S.
There's
Energy
nothing there.
unveiled Summit,
There's
a
nothing there
supercomputer capable of performing
Thank goodness.
200 quadrillion calculations per second.
There's no sign of any.
200 quadrillion per second.
Wow.
There's nothing there required. There's nothing there required.
Okay.
Did I miss anything important? Seems like he just talked about computers
Nope,
for
he
a
just
second.
talked to me about how some of the computers
This one on
were
the left is slower.
not very fast.
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Omega Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 1.31 hours adjusted.
Okay, is that adjusted for the fact that it doesn't know time?
Welcome to Side Operations.
Saunters over to the other side of the
Yeah,
room.
man. Just taking his time.
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Alpha Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 3.21 hours adjusted.
Captain, something is wrong with the computers. They may be twins, but they are not identical.
It appears they are out of sync, Captain. I have to assume the Alpha unit has a virus, which is using up an incredible amount of computing time.
It's mining for cryptocurrency.
Okay.
They report different optimum launch times, which is right.
Given the elliptical orbit and the range at which they will pass Proxtree, the Omega unit is correct, but the window is very narrow. A variation of minutes will mean the missiles run out of fuel and fall harmlessly into the sun.
Can you reprogram the Lucas computer to give us that time, Mr. Spock?
Reprogramming an old alien computer is not simple, Captain. The odds against success are 10,221 to 1 against.
Too bad old Omega here couldn't just take a sick day and miss the firing.
Because the two machines are isolated, the virus did not spread from one to the other.
If we could only bridge them.
Using this transfer cable we found in that box in the other room.
Okay. Hook the two computers to each other.
The connector snaps into place.
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Alpha Unit. Estimated cap. Welcome to Side Operations Center, Omega Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 1.
The launched missiles will run out of fuel before they reach Proxtree. They will drift into the sun and burn up.
Wait, what? Is that it?
Kirk to Enterprise, how are the transporters, Scotty?
They're operational again, Captain. We're ready to bring you back at any
Bring us home.
Okay. Apparently we solved it.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Proxima 3 and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your perfect mission, Jim. You are a model.
Hard to believe that Earth came so close to the brink itself.
Vulcans, too. Both, in the end, looked into the abyss and came to the only logical conclusion. Logic? Humans?
I'm dreaming, Jim.
Sometimes it is harder and braver to make peace rather than war.
Sounds like emotion had its part to play in the positive
Everything
sense,
is
too.
Captain Kirk.
I don't know about you, but I'd like to bid an emotional goodbye to Alpha Proxima myself.
Take us out of orbit, Mr. Silver.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
That was really bad.
Vengeance.
Captain's log. We are arriving at the last known position of the USS Republic, which reported that it was under attack 12 hours ago.
Captain, the ship's sensors have picked up what appears to be a starship. Minimal life support, minimal engine power, and only 2 life forms, one on the bridge, the other in sickbay. Both appear to be gravely injured. It is the Republic.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the comm.
I am preparing an information packet for Starfleet. Shall I send it or wait for you to return it?
Send it now. If a hostile ship arrives, head immediately for Starbase 24. Wait until we get back. No sense giving Starfleet incomplete information. If anyone else arrives, beam us aboard and raise shields immediately. Send it now. Wait until we get back. No sense giving Starfleet
I
incomplete
think
information.
that one?
I
If
don't,
anyone else arrives, beam us aboard
I don't know
and
what
raise shields immediately.
Starfleet protocol is. I don't know what the correct answer is to that.
Send it now.
Like, I
In
always assume-
episodes, they're always doing
And immediately
this.
for
I would assume
Starbase
it's that
24.
one. This is the mission we do not get past this case.
Yeah, I remember the Republic on screen.
Butcher would do something like this.
And I remember, like, the bridge here and, like, a little bit of what was happening, but, I don't remember anything past this, so I agree.
I don't know, boss. We're too far from the Klingon and Romulan borders for it to be one of their ships.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk.
Kirk here, what is it, Scotty?
We picked up a distress signal. It appears a trading vessel is having a wee bit of trouble with her warp drive. What condition is the Republic in?
It's a mess, Scotty. Life support's functioning, but that's about it.
I've done a primary scan of the Republic's systems. Main and auxiliary power is out. Life support is stable. I also read that communications are operable.
Should we beam you back, Captain?
Do the sensors read any other ships in the sector?
Besides the trade vessel, this sector is clear, sir.
Check off.
Mr. Scott, we will continue here. Assist the trade ship and return here. If we need assistance, we'll contact you.
You sure you'll be all right, Captain?
Yes, Scotty, just don't take too long. Kirk out. Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
Jim, don't forget. There's another survivor on board. We've got to find him.
Ooh, okay.
The view screen is not main computer banks. They appear to... This is the captain's chair where the captain's log is stored.
Yeah.
This person is dead. These are the helm controls for the Republic. They're main computer banks.
Doctor's tricorder.
This man is dead, Jim.
Tricorder readings indicate that the ship is running on minimal battery power. Only life support and essential systems are currently running. Tricorder readings indicate that the ship is running... The controls have been totally destroyed, undoubtedly due to circuit overloads caused by the battle. My tricorder has picked up the final entry of the Republic.
We're under attack. Our sensors are inoperative. We're trying to get shields up. Our rear deflectors down. It appears our enemy is a Constitution-class starship. We've tried to defend ourselves. We've hailed them, but no response.
Yeah. That's all there is, Captain.
Dick Patterson was never one for making long speeches.
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
Okay.
So can you click on those yellow...
Apparently so. Okay. Well.
You should save.
That seems true.
Tricorder indicates that the panel is currently sealed by Federation standard molecular bonding cement.
Okay. Oh, let's
Save new game.
save a new game as end. Let's go ahead and scan that dude, even though I'm sure he's
They're
dead.
dead, Jim.
Yeah.
Tricorder indicates that the panel is currently sealed by Federation standard molecular bonding cement. Readings of the door indicate a jam in the gear mechanism. This is a molecular saw, Captain. It is used for precision cutting. My tricorder reads that the power cells are fully charged.
Okay. Get that saw! Can you saw that grate?
You retrieve the molecular saw.
Oh, it even looks like a saw.
Nothing happens.
Saw that panel.
Nothing
Saw that
happens.
door.
The molecular saw will not penetrate a security door.
Okay, well, we've got a saw. Can you open that panel? Use your cell phone panel.
The vent is far too small for any one of us to fit through. It is also blocked 0.3 meters inside the duct.
Alright. So that's the bridge. That's whatever that place is. Let's see what we got here. Okay.
There is a twisted mess of wire and metal falling from the gaping hole in the ceiling. It is blocking access to Turbolift 2. This door leads to sickbay.
Oh, well, that's where we think the guy is, right?
You said there was someone in sickbay. Music.
Oh no.
I can't believe it. That's Brittany Murata. I knew her from my academy days. We studied alien history together.
Okay. It's hot beats.
She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried to stabilize her, but it doesn't look good.
This is an empty hypodermic injector. You pick up the empty hypodermic injector. This medical drill fires a microscopic phaser beam.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report.
He's dead, Jim. I can't bring him back. She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried. There's nothing there requiring it.
You retrieve the medical drill. This door leads back to the court.
That's music.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you think that's like her condition? Like it's her critical condition? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like the music, just was like. Well, you can probably talk to her and she'll just die.
Save new game. Replace.
No, you won't get us.
Murata, what happened?
They said it was the Enterprise. They had visual confirmation.
What about the Enterprise?
You killed us, Jim. We were friends. I trusted you.
It wasn't the Enterprise, Murata.
There's nothing more I can do.
Okay.
That will
Empty injector. Laser scalpeler. Saw. Walk away, I guess.
Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
Phaser that pile of garbage.
You want to do that now?
Yeah. Yeah, you get that turbo lift going. Bam!
Captain, the support beam for the ceiling is damaged here. There will be no way to safely clear out the debris without a replacement.
Oh, well. Sounds like you
to find
a support beam.
A beam.
Well, you just stand here phasering piles of garbage all day, apparently.
Can we reach?
This turbo lift cannot reach that.
Is that the same place where we are now? Yeah, okay.
So I don't think you can get there either.
Yeah, I don't think
Turbo
we can
lift
get to anywhere
access
else
is
in the
blocked by
ship.
an extremely high.
Okay, going back to auxiliary power. Yeah. Probably use that tiny medical phaser on the grate.
Yeah, I think so too. Making sure there's not like a
support
beam laying here that I didn't notice before. Maybe that guy's a support beam.
Boy, 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 boy.
Okay, how about you?
The drill easily breaks through the seal of the panel. The panel opens easily. A knot of debris is jamming the gear mechanism. A molecular saw. The saw is too bulky. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. The debris is jammed in too tight.
Initial scans show that the gear mechanism is currently jammed with metallic debris.
I certainly see nothing there.
He looks at you with a
Hypodermic needle.
Surprised it was
hypo is
animated.
empty.
Oh, no. Okay. Can we do something
Nothing
like this
happens.
over here?
Are you gonna try to phaser that
Yeah, I'm
panel?
gonna try to phase
Save
that
me
panel.
and replace.
Yeah, I seem to remember that what happened to us was that our
That may not be
computer.
wise, Captain. It could damage the entire door assembly in its weakened condition.
Just couldn't handle the fight sequence with the
That may
ship.
not be wise, Captain. It could damage the...
Okay.
The debris is
Jammed.
jammed. The drill is not powerful enough to cut through.
Oh, was I just not clicking on the debris before?
The saw is too bulky.
Okay, let's go back to the bridge.
Can you go to the right? Down, right. Can you get to engineering?
This turbo lift.
It's unclear based on that map.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a beam. Take that beam.
The support beam is still attached.
Deattach it with a saw.
Nothing happens.
It's okay, I just had to click on a slightly different part of the beam.
The molecular saw easily cuts through the beam. Separate it and pick up the beam. It's a little heavy, but you manage it.
Good.
Great.
Okay, well, let's go down here.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Oh.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Captain, the support beam for the ceiling is damaged here. There will be no...
So can you use it on the ceiling?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I thought for sure you'd use it on like that brown thing that's sticking out on the right.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Use it on Lieutenant Brown hair there. Well, this is crap.
Wow, man.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Do you need to go back to the turbo lift? Okay, no. I thought the auxiliary control was above it, and you need to use the beam up there,
Uh-huh.
but like no, that's not what's happening.
There's just these inaccessible sections.
Yeah.
We can't do anything with the blacked out sections. They just aren't ship, apparently.
Can you use a ship's beam to pry open the door?
Nothing happens.
Use it on that grate.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Anything on that grate.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Mystifying.
I think this is a good time to call it.
Call that a segment?
Yeah.
And,
This is a whole lot of sad nonsense.
Wow.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Alright, well, on that note...
Yes, quit the game.
Quit that game.
Whew.
Thrill a minute.
Yeah, man.